All right, but let's look at the Adventure Remaster. Big shout out again to Max for putting all of this together. It's a lot of stuff. I think, wait, did I do the final refresh to see if everything is on there? There's going to be a latest update. Everything is added. All classes have been added. If you see any mistakes, let me know. Okay, that was 10 p.m. EST yesterday? On the 8th, I think? Or maybe, no, probably on the 7th. On the 7th already. But yesterday, didn't have time. All right. So, let's look at this. Someone from KMS sent us a video, an effect appreciation video. Let's see what this is. I don't know what music this is going to be. Copyright, please? Yep, that sounds like it might be copyright. Okay. We'll have this peaceful music in the background while we look at these beautiful effects and all of the stats and everything going off. Boom. Alright, we got our Paladin going hard. He's still immune. Oh yeah. Hammer's looking hot. He's just smashing. He's just smashing. Yeah, is it just... I don't like the effect of the fucking characters looking like they're in a rainbow... like a Mario Kart rainbow roading, but that's just me. I'll never turn that on, honestly. If there was a way to layer the skills behind the boss, maybe, I might use that, but... yeah, this ain't it for me, Chief. Oh yeah, that explosion across the map skill. And the Megiddo Flame extra triggers. Boom. Whoa. Oh wow, that's a full duration. So they did Cygnus instead of Zakum to not be fooled by all of the layers of the damage, I guess. Oh, that was DR. Character was about to die. Alright, Bishop is supposed to be OP now. Show me. Oh, there's the two angels. Okay, one of those two angels is not doing very much. Alright, show me the OP Bowmaster now. Show me all the blue memes. Okay. Oh, it's all blue now. Where's the green and the yellow and the red? I mean, I guess the arrows are yellow and red. Where's all the green stuff? And the purple. Oh, oh, against Lucid. Alright, show me that. Show me those lines. I can't see the lines, they're off screen. But the effects look cool. Regular snipe. Well, that makes the arrow seem so much faster, like it gets there faster. Okay, I think I got teleported around a lot. Is it two shadow clones on the Bowmaster? That's already a thing now. More lines, please. Yeah, the Dark Flare looking quite a lot cooler. ICs, by the way. Oh, Shadower. Using Assassinate. Is that Boomerang Step? Oh, he's just using Boomerang Step for the effect. Alright, Dual Blade jumping around. No more Owl City Fireflies. There's an owl in there somewhere, but no more purple. No more purple stuff. Oh. Tornado. Alright, alright. Oh. That looked like a transition to another character, but it's the same character. Oh yeah, I saw Kobe using that skill. Whoa. Characters with normal or somewhat normal body proportions. What is this? I gotta say, this looks pretty dope. This looks pretty cool. Right, Lord of the Deeps. Maybe he will actually become Lord of the Deeps. What do you guys think? Okay, the Octopunch looks faster in some way? I don't know why. Okay, there's a little extra... Wait, is that lag or can you triple fucking cannon now? Yo, what? The dude didn't have his hyper skill on. Dude, the effect makes it look like you're just permanently shooting. Is he just shooting faster? Damn. Okay. Interesting stuff. Bullet doesn't have a delay anymore? Nice. Alright, so... Developer notes. Adventures are our oldest job branch in MapleStory, and they are the jobs that best show off MapleStory's identity, but on the other hand, there were many areas for improvement. And, I think was it MapleStory Red where they got reworked? Was actually 9 years ago. So, kind of made sense that they got another like overhaul. We played Adventure Remaster update with 3 goals: to enhance each job's characteristics, update battle patterns, and enhance the skill growth experience, while keeping in mind not to harm the play experience of existing adventure players. Since there are many changes, we think it is important to carefully collect feedback from the many players who enjoy adventures. So this is why this got them into the test server in Korea, where they are right now. And they will be there for at least another 2 weeks until they get some tweaks, and then another week until they're eventually released into the live server. So a total of 3 weeks of testing. We listen to your opinions and do our best to create a remaster that meets the expectations of our players. Among the changes applied in this test world, the detailed numbers are temporary values, and we are planning to check players' various opinions and play data to continuously modify them until the next test world where the balance patches will take place. Skill sound effects and voices will also be reorganized to match the changed action delays. Finally, in both the test world and the official world, all adventurers' skill points will be reset, and Phantom's stolen skills will be reset as well. We request your understanding. No mention there of boost notes. That's interesting, because if a bunch of skills change, then you might want to boost different skills as well. And as you guys may know, you need a lot of boost notes to finish a character, and that would be nice if they would address that as well. But hopefully they do before Phantom's stolen skills reset again. Yeah, apparently imagine being on reboot or non-reboot on EU and having to skill all the skills again. That'll take you weeks before you find those people in game. JK, we love you, EU. Okay. All warriors / blast. Oh my god, remember blast from the past when slash blast would hit one. Oh wait, power strike would hit one. Slash blast would hit one line on 6 enemies. Yeah. Look at that. Warrior Leap. 4 different colors for 4 different warriors. No, I guess there's a split warrior one, and then there's a hero, paladin, and the Dark Knight one. Yep. And then the upper charge. The all standard leap attack. When you use slash down, I don't think anyone uses this really for anything. Iron Body, Warrior, Mastery, sure. Hero, second job. Brandish, regular attack, slash. So you can see the 2 effects. Flash jump looking snazzy. Combo attack. Dude, it's so crazy that Hero's second job. Second job is already called Hero. And they already get combo attack. Dude, I remember it used to be level 120 and be 4th job, which took you years of, well, more than a year of playing. Like a year and a half of pretty hardcore grinding to get to. And now you get this 15 minutes into playing the character. It's nuts. So combo toggle and 40% chance to stack and combo under combo counter increases attack by 2 per combo counter. Maximum of 5 combo counters. So that's gonna be Spirit Blade. Is that new? Your sword and your soul become 1 for a certain period of time, increasing the attack of party members. Oh, this is the new rage. And reflecting damage you take. Yeah, so that's basically the new rage is gonna look like this. Okay, cool. Weapon mastery. Does that already have 10% final damage? At level 10? The fuck? One attack speed in the mastery. Wait, this seems. Huh. Oh wait, I'm logged into my dude right now. I can actually check. I did that on purpose, by the way. Doubles the attack speed of your weapon. What does that even mean? You start with a 6, so you get down to a 3? Wait, that's actually the description? Doubles the attack speed of your weapon? 50 plus 1, 10. I didn't even know that was that. Aren't all boosters plus 2? I don't know if all of them are in the entire game. I'm pretty sure you can find one character at least. You can check !AS for the attack speed. Seth has got a whole database on it there. I'm not sure. There might be 1 or 2 in the whole game that are only 1 or that even give 3. But most of them, I think they're trying to uniformize all of them to 2. What a bore, how you doing? Weapon acceleration, final attack. And then physical training. Third job hero, brave slash. Attacks multiple enemies in front of you 3 times in a row. Consumes 19 MP. Wow. Big slashy. Aura blade. Unleash a sword slash that cuts through enemies in a desired direction. You can direct the sword slash in 8 directions by using the skill together with the arrow keys. Interesting. Rush. Rush forward and push multiple enemies. Certain monsters cannot be moved. Nice. Like pretty much all of them when you have bad ping. Bam. What is this? Scarring sword. Sharpen your sword, leaving unremovable scars on enemies. Attacks that hit an enemy have a 100% chance to leave a scar. Enemies are scarred for 20 seconds, increasing their accuracy by 30% and attack by 30%. Is this supposed to be panic? Combo synergy. More chance to stack. Increase final damage. When hit, a 30% chance. Self-recovery. Chance attack, 25% final damage boost when attacking scarred or bound enemies. 20% crit rate. Yeah. So it's like yeah. And 20% crit rate. Panic. Yeah. Tiger doesn't debuff. I think it's just panic, right? The thing that makes you blinded. 20 crit rate. I don't know if it already has crit rate. It's called chance attack, so makes sense that it does. Yeah, increase crit rate by 20% and 25 final. Yeah. Right now it says to stun blinded, frozen. Why did it say blinded and instead of blound? Incapacitated enemies. Yeah. Should be final damage? No, final damage is on the mastery here. Passive panic? Oh, yeah, basically you empower your sword, so for 80 seconds everything becomes panic, yeah. It's not just the skill to target it, yeah. So you basically have this as a permanent uptime. Does this say how long they stay scarred? For 20 seconds, okay. Enhance your stats resistance, 30-30, cool. Fourth job. Raging Blow. The regular one and the empowered one. Okay, empowered one looks way more all over the placey. Where's the axe attack though? Is it all gonna look like a sword? What if I have a badass axe? Deals 200% damage 7 times and up to 8 enemies. The last attack will be a critical hit. I mean, if you play your character right, they should all be critical hits, right? When Raging Blow is announced, deals 215 7 times. The last 2 attacks will be critical hits. Wow, that's so generous. Thank you. And then a sword. Is that supposed to be rising range? No, that's supposed to be puncture. Okay. Incising inflicts a wound on enemies, dealing damage over time for a certain period of time. Increases damage of critical hits during the damage over time. In addition, Aura Blade's damage is permanently increased. There is a 100% chance to inflict damage over time. For 30 seconds, dealing 165% damage over 2 seconds. Critical hits deal 25% increased damage on afflicted enemies. 10% increase for party members' attacks. Yeah, so this is what puncture and the puncture debuff does now, but it seems like it might be an AoE now that you can, like a bigger AoE that you can throw in there. Magic Crash, still a thing. Enemies hit will resist Magic Crash for 90 seconds. The buffs that can be removed are magic attack buffs, defense buffs, and heart skin. 100% chance to remove certain buffs. For 22 seconds, 10 enemies are restricted from applying buff effects. Oh, wait, is it already 22 seconds? That feels like it might be longer. Oh no, 22 seconds. Okay. Okay, that's still the same. It's all sword now? RIP. But axes are superior in every fucking way. Lame. Well, I'm playing with skills invisible anyway. So he's, oh, you see consuming all of the orbs here. Enrage. Explode the power of charged umbo counters. Enter a state where your attacks are focused on an enemy. Enhancing Raging Blow and dramatically increasing your damage. When a skill is used, the effects are activated. And when it is reused, they're deactivated. Consumes 50 MP, 25% final damage, 20% critical damage. All your attacking skills, except certain summons, have their maximum number of monsters hit decreased to a third. For skills that have multiple enemies, the minimum number is 3. Oh, wait, was minimum number already 3 or was that 2? Oh yeah, now its max enemies hit won't be reduced below 2, but now it's going to be not below 3. That's kind of nice to have 3 as the minimum amount, so you can be enraged and slashing around. That's kind of nice. I like the looks of swords. I mean, it would be cool if there were just 2 effects, one for swords and one for axes like there is now, right? Maple Warrior, Hero's Will, Advanced Combo. Final damage boost per counter is increased to 10%. That's also the same, right? Double charge speed proc 80%. Mastery increased by 70%. I think it's increased to 70%. Yeah, that's just been a typo the whole time, I guess. Nice. Maximum of 10 counters. 50% IED, because that's balanced. 60% stance. For some reason to get us to 100, I guess. Advanced final attack, 6% chance to activate 3 final attacks at 170. Is it the same now? Oh yeah, 3 at 170, okay. And 30 attack permanently, okay. So that's all, seems all pretty similar. Final damage boost per combo counter is increased by 2. Yeah, I'm not gonna double check all of that shit. I think that's all stayed pretty similar. Advanced final attack, advanced final attack, plus killer, so vision blow, extra vision blow, bonus attack. I think that's all the same. 2? Yeah. 120% mastery. Cry of Valhalla. 30 seconds, cannot be knocked back. 50, 30 crit, 100%, and raging blows enhanced. So, and 150 seconds. I think that's the same, right? Yep. Rage uprising, rising rage. Wait, instead of crashing down and upwards, now it's up and downward. Nice. Valhalla deals damage now. The sword strikes... Oh, true. Damage 4 times and up to 6 enemies and can attack up to 2 times. Call the will of ancient warriors to exert their powerful strength. Use attacking skills that hit an enemy will create sword strikes that remain like after images for... Oh, right. Okay, interesting. I guess that will make it a little bit better for burst. Rising Rage. Second cooldown. Epic Adventure. 5th job skill changes. Burning Soul. Whoa, it's very big and snazzy right now. Create a soul of sword near you. If you use skill again, fix some location. We'll wait to follow the text of sounds. Will attack every 1 second, hitting 6 times, 8 times. An additional 50% crit rate. So unnecessary. In order to better highlight Hero's concept of a warrior proficient in swordsmanship, we have removed other concepts like rage or flame and have added concepts related to swords and sword slashes to various effects. In terms of combat, all skills have been changed so that combos are no longer consumed, removing the negative experience that occurs at the instant when combos, which are almost always maintained, are consumed. Since combo consumption has been removed, you can no longer receive the stacked final damage boost from combo Deathfault. So we have supplemented this with the changed Valhalla. In addition, when your combo is fully charged, Raging Blow will now always be enhanced, improving the experience where you had to use multiple skills at specific times to maintain enhanced Raging Blow. That'll really change up how you mob and boss, honestly, on the boss. On the class. The hunting ability was also supplemented by changing Shout to Aura Blade, and the mobility was increased by replacing combo Force with Flash Slash. Finally, we planned to improve convenience with things like adjusting incising debuff duration and changing panic to buff skill. Incising debuff duration is currently the same as before and will be changed to a more appropriate number in a later update. Okay. Okay. It doesn't crit at the moment. Not sure if that's intentional or not. It doesn't crit at all? Like it has non-crits? Paladin, okay. Divine Swing, Holy Force. Page Order, that's the pool skill, yeah. Stance. So the stance here is basically a second job skill, and then for heroes it's a fourth job skill. Interesting. Divine Charge, so they only have Divine anymore, right? No more other... You're basically just a Holy Knight now, no longer an Elemental Knight. Rush? Yeah. Show me that big ol' hammer. Hell yeah. Noble Demand. Release the Pride of a Holy Knight to reduce the attack, defense rate, and accuracy of nearby enemies with a certain chance for a certain period of time. I wish they just said like temporarily reduces instead of reduces for a certain period of time. It feels so weird. Attack and defense rate by 50% for 80 seconds and their accuracy by 50% for 8 seconds. Wait, level 3, 100% chance to decrease their attack and defense rate by 50%. Wasn't this... I mean, this is supposed to be threaten, right? Wasn't this like the empowered hyper threaten? And then that only lasted for like 8 seconds or something, and then the normal one was 30%? Now it's just 50% for 80 seconds? Damn. Power Shock Guard, that's a thing. Combat orders, increased skill levels. Shield Mastery, sure. Achilles, become tanky boy. They like the little armor. Blessing Armor, when hit there's a 100% chance to create a shield for 90 seconds, increase attack by 20, and defends against up to 10 hits, so whatever percent HP attacks will always have their damage decreased by 25%. After being activated, another shield cannot be created for 30 seconds. Fourth job, big old smash. Divine Stigma. I'm not gonna say it, but you guys know what I'm saying. Wait, has this been... Wait, has this been a joke yet? I haven't heard this one. But you guys know what I'm thinking, right? Hell yeah. A big stigma around using certain words. Stigma explosion. God, I can't say that word anymore now. Oh God, my brain, my mind is wandering. Okay, blast is just you summon a big whole knight. It just smashes with a hammer. It feels a little weird to see it, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it also looks a little. I don't know. I'm very much in favor of when you have a skill that you use the equip that you have to perform the skill that you have. It always feels a little bit weird to me, like with Xenon, where you have a whip blade, but you're basically just pointing it at the thing that you want to die, and then a cat comes in a spaceship and shoots it, and it's like, it feels a bit weird. Like, why does the attack on your weapon have anything to do with the damage that the cat in the spaceship does, right? Like, there's like a continuity difference there for me. So this kind of feels the same way. Like, you're holding a hammer already. Why are you summoning like a guardian behind you with a big hammer that punches it instead when you could be the one punching it? But maybe you're punching it and he's like, there's like a spirit behind you that's like empowering your hit or something. Can fire lasers out of a whip. Well, I mean, not with that attitude. What is this? Divine Judgment, attack with a Divine Brand and Blast. So this is like the stack building that's supposed to replace the current stacks that you get from switching between the different elements that you have. Divine Brand, 15-second duration. When the brand is stacked 5 times, it will explode, dealing 500 damage 10 times on one enemy with an additional 20% defense ignored. Okay, I think you're okay with like 30% IED on like visual IED probably. Magic Crash. Bam, Sanctuary is got a big old explosion now, like it. 30% increased damage when attacking the boss. I think that's already the same. Divine Blessing. Receive Divine Blessing to increase your final damage for a certain period of time. For 200 seconds, increase final damage by 20%. Is this already a thing? Wait. This is a regular 4th job skill without cooldown? Wait, did Paladins just get 20% final damage out of nowhere? Wait. Was this already a thing? Oh. This looks interesting. Paladin, MapleStory, do. Skills. Paladins of Light. Elemental Force. Oh yeah, this is 25%. Oh, so they renamed it to make it more in line with turns of final damage for 200 seconds. Damage of all charges permanently increases the other. Okay, so they just removed that part. So now it's just 20, the final damage one. Okay. What will happen to the spinning hammers move then? Will it remove its dependence on the elemental charges? Well, we'll probably get to that. I don't know if it's part of this already yet, or if that's going to be part of the skill rebalance in general that's coming afterwards. Maple Warrior, Hero's Will, Guardian Spirit, resurrect the nearest party member and apply an invincible effect on them for 10 seconds. Ooh. I'm gonna need a Paladin with me in, in Black Mage, hell yeah. Paladin Expert, 70% mastery, 400 defense, 40 crit rate, 15 critical damage, 30 defense, ignore, 40 final damage. That seems like a standard Paladin weapon mastery skill, right? 70 mastery, 40 crit rate, 15 crit damage, 30 IED, 40 final damage. I see nothing wrong with this. One-handed sword, 6% critical damage and 3% mastery. Two-handed sword, 5% critical damage. One-handed blunt weapon, 5% critical damage, 10% IED and 3% mastery. And a two-handed blunt weapon, the Chad, 5% critical damage and 10% IED. Got him. Nice. Build differently. Yep. Holy Force bonuses per stack is increased to 5% damage and 12 attack. Divine Charge's number of targets is increased by 2. Blast and Divine Charge number of hits are increased by 1. Advanced Holy Moly. Okay, cool. Reinforced. This all looks very similar. Yeah. Cooldown reduction on Sanctuary. Okay. Sacrosanctity looks a little bit cooler, I think. 300 second cooldown and lasts for 30 seconds. If Paladin ends the skill, the cooldown will be decreased by 45 seconds per 5 seconds remaining on the duration. I don't remember if that already went through in GMS. I think it did, right? So if you use it only for 20 seconds, then the cooldown goes down from 300 to 210. Like, I mean, you probably only need it for 15 seconds at a time, right? So then you can essentially cut the cooldown in half if you only use it half the time. That's pretty broken. I'm new to hero, never touched a class. Or axe is just better because of the 5% damage increase and is 100 return better? No, it's not because of that. It's just because of the multiplier. Different weapons have different multipliers, and different weapons have different base attacks. The mastery does play into the whole picture though, yeah. And then one-handed, two-handed, it depends on if you're going to, you need 1 rank of attack speed extra to be able to hit the attack speed cap on the two-handed because they're slower. So you're sacrificing a some damage in your top line of your inner ability and switching that out for attack speed instead. Plus you are losing the stats of the shield on top of the regular secondary to get the higher multiplier to overpower that, basically. You can check !hero, it's got all the details. What up, Psykur? How you doing? Big ol' hammer. Ooh, I like this one. Smite. Oh, I knew I was gonna like it. We're basically turning into Thor, okay? Summon a hammer imbued with the god's power to deliver a powerful blow to nearby enemies. Enemies hit will have certain buffs removed. Be bound and restricted from applying buff effects for a certain period of time. The buffs that can be removed are attack, magic, attack, and hard skin. Enemies hit will resist smite and other binds for 90 seconds. Oh, it's a bind? Nice. Could you just stun them? You're like... deals 500 damage 6 times on the facing enemies in front of you. Enemies that are bound... hit are bound for 10 seconds. The bind sure. That's a cool new bind, though. It looks way cooler. Epic Adventure, 5th job, changes. Oh, here we already have some. Blessed Hammers. Summon Blessed Hammers to attack everyone around you. If the hammers hit an enemy using damage reflect, you will not take damage. Warm-regen hammers are automatically created around the Paladin each time Holy Force is charged. Up to 5 can be created, and they share a duration with Holy Force. Oh, well, there you go. That's where they come from. The hammers automatically attack, dealing 500% damage to times 4 enemies. Their attack speed is increased based on the number of hammers. Active effect assumes 1000 MP for 30 seconds. The hammers are enhanced with a bigger range, dealing 1050% damage 3 times up to 8 enemies. With 60 cooldown, so half the time they'll be big boys. Grand Cross. I think we already saw the Grand Cross, right? So this is the old effect, and this is the new effect. No, wait. This is the first effect, and this is the empowered effect when it opens up, no? Because it's the same blades, but they're like crack open. Yeah. Cost become bigger. Attack speed will be increased, and will deal 720% damage. Maximum keydown time is 10 seconds with an additional 100% crit rate and IED. Nice, because Paladin definitely needs more IED. Only keydown damage from enemies, including percentage HP attacks, will be decreased by 50%. And you consume 5000 HP and then 1.5% max HP per second. Ooh. Ooh, but you're doing 420 damage. This is the final damage one, right? Bind yourself with a party member. Look at that skill explanation. Jesus. Because you can select who you're combining with. For 85 seconds, increase final damage by 72%. Just on a 180 second cooldown. Plus, when you're bound with someone, they will cast your attacking skills with 37% final damage. Buff skill used by party members will have 62% plus 1% per 1000 of your strength duration, up to a maximum of 100%. I think this is already the same as now, but like just to read those numbers back is pretty massive. So Paladin had a mixture of concepts, a divine warrior, and an elemental warrior that uses multiple elements. We have removed the concepts related to meaningless elements. Yeah, fuck those elements. Also, music. What the fuck? Chill out. You're supposed to be background music, not foreground music. In terms of combat, Paladin had the identity of a supportive warrior with excellent personal survivability and ability to support party members using things like Holy Unity. But even considering these points, their combat ability was relatively lacking in both hunting and boss fights. Chill! Piano. Shush. To improve their hunting ability, we have improved Divine Charge and Blessed Hammer's range, as well as added Divine Stigma, which attacks enemies in a large range periodically and has an explosion which attacks enemies in a big upper range. In addition to improve their combat ability and bosses, we have unified Grand Cross and Holy Unity's cooldowns and adjusted the skill performance to match the increased cooldown, as well as added Divine Judgment, which activates an additional attack when Blast hits an enemy consecutively. The Elemental Charge skill also has been changed to the Divine Warrior Concept's Holy Force skill to improve it so that most attacking skills can stack it. Awesome. Various convenience-related improvements have been made, such as improving the probability experienced from threaten, Yep, and it's related to hyper skills and blasting armor's visibility. Oh yeah, we didn't check the change for the hyper skills because there was a change for the for threaten not being on there anymore, right? What did it have? Reinforced 20% crit rate on divine charge. Number of hits increased by 1. Reinforced blast. I think they just added critical rate skill. Critical rate increase on hypers is so stupid because that's only good for like a week, and then you get enough crit rate from everything else, and then it's useless for the rest of the game. Paladin is a Giga Chat and he makes jokes. Yeah, he makes these nuts jokes with his skill name. Spear pulling. Nice. Speaking of innuendo, swing a large spear to pull enemies in and stun them. Nice. Enemies hit will be stunned. Crazy. Beholder. Ooh. Cute. Cute new Beholder. Beholder's not supposed to be cute though. It's supposed to be an abomination. Heals you periodically. And then Beholder Shock. Screams, dealing damage and stunning. Then stunning nearby enemies. A lot of stunning going on. Huh. 45% chance to stun for 5 seconds. Hyper Body. Oh yeah, baby. That's a cool new animation. For 20 seconds, increase the maximum HP by 60%. Enhance your physical abilities to obtain toughness like an iron wall. Dude, this is like the worst skill. At least it's a passive. 50% spear and polar mastery. When a spear is equipped, 1 attack speed and 5% damage. Weapon acceleration. Those are all passives now, right? Because they're acceleration instead of booster. Final attack. Yeah. Third job, La Mancha Spear. Rotate a spear to attack enemies in front of you. Oh, it looks like it doesn't. It's not a key down anymore, right? It was probably one of the worst skills in the game, to be fair. Rush, cross over chains. Oh, okay. It looks a bit more badass now. 20 seconds final damage increased by 20%. The final boost damage. Final damage boost will be decreased proportionally if your current HP is less than 50% of your maximum HP. Damage taken is decreased by a flat value equal to 8% of your decreased HP up to a maximum of 4,000. Passive effect, 50% final damage. Okay, so this skill by itself just gives you, what, 80% final damage? Cool. Seems like a good thing. Nice! Yeah. Beholder Dominant. Some Beholder in a state where it can freely attack enemies around it. Beholder freely attacks nearby enemies. Okay, cool. Oh, look at him. Beholder Shock 2. 2? That does become an empowered one. Beholder moves in front of Dark Knight, deals 250% damage 6 times out of 10 enemies with 90% chance to stun for 5 seconds. Since it's passive, does that mean that the Phantom doesn't get the 50%? There is a really good chance of that, yeah. I'm like 99% sure. Beholder buff. Every 4 seconds cast a buff that increases attack and magic attack by 40, defense by 500, and critical rate by 10 for 100 seconds. So that's always up. Nice. Phantom Suicide Weight. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Phantoms still want the 20% final damage to just keep your HP full. That's probably still worth. Lord of Darkness, level 10, 30% critical rate, 8% critical damage. When attacking, there's a 100% chance to recover 2% maximum HP. There's that lifesteal. Lord of Dankness, hell yeah. And status resistance, and then the new animation for Gugnir's Descent. So you actually see a spear coming. This is like launching it, and this is like it crashing down. Throw a mythical spear. Sorry, I thought it was a mystical spear. Mythical spear at enemies to inflict fatal damage. When attacking, damage is increased by 110% of your maximum HP when with an additional 30% IED. Okay. 110% of your maximum HP. I don't know if that's very relevant, but the extra 30% IED is probably pretty cool. Dark Impale, looking infinitely more badass than the last one. Reincarnation accept. Oh yeah, so accept the contract with darkness when your HP reaches 0. After you have selected the accept, it will not be activated. Okay. Skill can only be used when reincarnation is level 1 or higher. When skill is used, the effects that are activated where you can choose the type using the arrow keys. When it is reused, they are deactivated. When the skill is used, you can enter the arrow key within 5 seconds to select the accept type. Alright, what are they? Let us know. Cool. Reincarnation quarter. 2 seconds of invincibility. After it is activated, you must defeat 60 enemies or hit a boss monster that many times within 10 seconds to decrease the cooldown by 70 seconds. You have to hit the boss 60 times in 10 seconds? Isn't that a lot as a Dark Knight? That number's probably gonna go down. Wait, this is exactly what I said though, right? Like short immunity with a relatively short cooldown, more immunity, or like super long with a super long cooldown, right? So okay, so it is like I say, yeah. So lines? If it's lines, then it's easy clap. If every line counts, then it's brain dead easy. But if it's per attack, then they need to bring it down. Yeah, I guess clarification there would be cool. To decrease the cooldown by 70. If you don't, it's basically a 3-minute cooldown, 2-second iframe. That triggers when you're dead. Otherwise, it's 110 seconds, so it's less than 2 minutes. Requirements were pretty high. This one is 20 seconds of invincibility. After it's activated, you must defeat 110 enemies in 20 seconds. Huh. You have to do... to get it down 80 seconds, so it's still 180, but this seems way more doable because you have 20 seconds that you are not getting knocked around where you can just stand still and wail on the boss versus 2 seconds. I wonder if this is going to stay the same. Maybe this should be like 8 seconds or something. 2 seconds sounds short compared to this. It's not 20, it's 6? That's a big typo. This is 6 seconds? It's currently bugged. ATM. Currently at the moment. Momentarily, right now. Kobe mentioned it in the video. Okay. After second phase, you must defeat 100 enemies in 20 seconds. And then this one, 40. That's probably also too high then. Wait, but the... isn't currently when reincarnation activates for people, aren't they currently like immune for over a minute? It seems like a huge change. Passive effect when your HP is 20% or higher, 30% final damage, 20 speed, 10% critical rate, 15% critical damage. Can run through every class? Yeah, but I bet that there's still a bunch of things that Kobe probably couldn't completely check either, because you have to check a whole bunch of things in a bunch of different situations, right? Full is exactly how it is in the game right now. So this is 40. But this one is bugged? Okay. You have that link? This one? Boom. Okay, and then this is Dark Resonance. Ooh. Resonate with the beholder to unlock the power of pure darkness. Ooh. Instantly heal HP for a certain period of time. Decrease your defense ignored and damage when attacking boss monsters. In addition, increase your defense ignored. Increase your defense ignored and damage when attacking boss monsters. In addition, increase your defense ignored. Okay. Oh, as a passive. Right. So 30% IED passive. Instantly recover 100% of your max HP when cast. For 30 seconds, increases your defense ignored by 10 and your damage when attacking bosses by 10. Cooldown 70 seconds. Cooldown is decreased by 0.35 seconds every time your own directly attacking skills hit an enemy. Okay, so that feels like something that you can get up to 100% uptime, but you will have to repop it every 30 seconds. Okay. Alright, another magic crash. Maple Warrior, Hero's Will, Beholder's Revenge. Deals a bunch of damage to 10 enemies when Dark Knight is directly attacked by an enemy. With a 5-second reactivation cooldown, and Beholder Shock 3 with a whole bunch more damage with a cooldown of 10 seconds. Advanced Mastery, 15% critical damage, and the stance, and then the hypers. Beholder Reinforce, Buff Reinforce, Healing Reinforce. Beholder's buffs, attack, and magic attack or boosts are increased by 30, so that gives 70 instead of 40. While Reincarnation is active, increase final damage by 30%. This attacks additively with the passive effect's final damage boost and applies to all types. Reincarnation reduce targets. While Reincarnation is active, the number of enemies required to be defeated to decrease the cooldown is decreased by 30% for quarter, 20% for half, and 20% for full. Okay. That'll make it more interesting. Reincarnation's passive critical rate boost is increased by 20%. Reincarnation's passive critical rate boost is increased by 20%. Do you need... That probably takes you over 100% at this point. Go near damage, IED. You probably don't even need this, right? How much IED is in this kit? Jesus. Damage when attacking bosses monsters is increased by 10%. That's probably not enough to take. I need to take all of the reincarnation stuff, I think. Dark Thirst. Nice. I think there's a name for that. Receive the protection of darkness to increase your attack and absorb damage dealt to enemies. For 30 seconds, increase attack by 80, and when attacking, recover 9% of your max HP. Nice. I remember that skill. Although, I feel like I remember this being 70, but it might be 80. Dark Synthesis, Big Ass Explosion, 10-second cooldown. Epic Adventure, Noise. 5th job skill changes. Anime waifu attacking. Create the shield. Create Dark Slash. I think the last time I tried Dark Knight, it had the old skill, so I haven't even tried this one yet. Pierce Cyclone. Keys release, perform a final attack that activates 5 shockwave that each deals 600% damage 15 times and up to 12 enemies. When enemies hit by the final attack, heal 10% maximum HP. All of Piercing Cyclone's attack have additional 100% crit rate and 50% defense ignore. Of course! Why would they not? To first live by Dark Knight's a concept of a spearman who has contracted with darkness, and to bring out their unique dark atmosphere. Various skill effects, as well as Beholder and Reincarnation images, have been remastered. In combat, Gunner's Descent was changed so that it can be used without a cooldown at all times to increase freedom in combat. Sacrifice was changed to Dark Resonance, and to avoid the problem of having to use Beholder skills at unwanted times to reduce Sacrifice cooldown, it has been changed so that the cooldown decreases whenever Dark Knight directly uses skills to hit an enemy. That all seems to make a lot of sense. It has also been improved so that it does not consume Beholder. Finally, Dark Knight's core skill Reincarnation has been changed so that you can choose one of 3 modes with different invincibility durations and cooldowns so that you can respond more flexibly depending on the situation. In addition to 5th job skill, Pierce Cyclone has been improved so that it can do all of its damage in a shorter period of time, and Darkness Aura's forced condition for Iron Wall and Hyper Body has been removed so that its convenience is improved. If I'm just like reading all this stuff, all of these warrior changes seem very solid in the sense that they're trying to keep most of the benefits, if not all of the benefits of the character qualities and their identities, but a bunch of the stuff that, and this might be a little bit presumptuous, but I feel like there's a bunch of situations, a bunch of things where people who play this class all the time will probably feel this could be optimized a little, but this could be optimized a little. They just took those things away, those downsides. Or a lot of them, probably not all of them, but like a lot of them where in some situations you don't have to really consider the downside. But I wonder if it's going to be seen by the people who are playing the character as objectively an improvement. Because if you're just looking at the numbers and you're not immediately able to put them into practice and feel how it's different. Because I saw, some downsides of like, oh, no more final damage on World Reaver or something for Hero. But what we also see is that no combo orbs are going to be consumed anymore. You don't need to be reliant on comboing everything with Sword Illusion to make sure that you keep the buffs up. Plus, the change to Panic seems interesting. yeah, the extra shockwaves and extra hits on all the skills for both hero and for paladin seems interesting. I would have liked to see an X effect for hero, but I guess we can't have everything. And the Dark Knight changes feel like the whole kit is synergizing better, and the Beholder is, instead of just a thing that's kind of like floating there and that you use for AoE sometimes, it seems like it's going to be doing a lot more of the heavy lifting compared to what I remember doing it on the Dark Knight so far. So I wonder to which extent it'll make the classes a bit more, well, a bit more simple. But I think it's okay for the classes to be more simple early on, because it'll make people who just start playing the class in general more, it'll make it easier for them to level and get to the harder parts. And then when you get to the harder parts, if a lot of the stuff is already activating automatically, you can focus more on the super important stuff like the survivability, the mobility, the character positioning. And then the fact that focusing on those things is not going to lose you as much damage, I think overall should be, hopefully, a more enjoyable character experience. So far, I'm looking at this part very, very positively. So you need a Dark Impale to get more vertical range, or mobbing is pretty weak. Isn't the Beholder going to give you some more mobbing capability now? Because I think you have a bunch of AoEs that you alternate between, right? Dark Impale, more vertical range. Well, hopefully KMS gives that as feedback as well, and then maybe they'll still do something with that, right? It's not like, again, this is just the first version of Tespia, so it's not like everything is written in stone at this point.